Hello and welcome back to the channel, everyone. So today will be again a bit different. Actually, a lot different. There have been a lot of changes on the channel lately, but this one in particular is very different. As of today, I will be showing you guys something that is actually physical. Something that is real. Before this, I've only showcased like digital stuff in the simulator, so this one is a real thing, and it is basically Lego. Quotation marks. A little backstory, I used to see this set when I was a kid. I was like 12, 13. I guess I was like 11, I think, when this set came out, like when this set first came out. And it caught my eye because that was around the time when I started to become a huge fan of the aviation world in general. And knowing that this set exists was pretty cool, because you get these people like these minifigures, and you sort of have this playset where you can open up the plane, put people inside, and the plane themselves have interiors, which is something that I have not seen back then, and something that I would also say that is quite rare these days as well. So yes, this is the set that I've always wanted when I was a kid, so it is only like logical, I guess, to get it now. So here it is, and as you can see, it doesn't even say Lego on it, it just says airport. And I'll let you guess why. I mean, it looks the same, and I think it will pretty much get the job done. So I will be doing time lapses in this video so as not to bore you throughout the building process, but I will also highlight a few moments that I think are worth showing, like maybe like some details of the build, the minifigures to play in the airport. I'll showcase that, and some other stuff that comes with the set. So yeah, again, it's a bit different. Again, it's a lot different, sorry, from my other videos, but I really do hope you guys enjoy this as much as I've enjoyed building it. This has been fun, and I will now play the time lapse. So first things first, as I unboxed, the box, everything came in a single big plastic package, and inside this one package was a whole lot of bags. And we all know that Lego usually labels these bags with numbers, so it like 1, 2 and so on. But in my case, for this set, some bags were not labeled, and for me it was a bit troublesome. And here we have our first minifigure, the pilot himself. Here is the traveler slash passenger guy. And assembling the minifigures is pretty easy, except for the hands, which I'll show you guys again later. And in this part, I was just messing around and I put the ladies on the male minifigure here. And it looked weird, but it also looked pretty funny. But of course, I didn't keep it like that. I switched it back to the normal one. And I guess this is the airport crew, or like the ticket manager or something. And this is the moment where I snapped the hand. I broke her hand. So I basically broke her hand. I broke her hand. Let's go into the video. Which is quite sad, but she'll be the Luke Skywalker or Anakin Skywalker of this universe. And I'll put this hand in the bag for safekeeping. So here's the stewardess without her hand. And finally, the ground crew. Now the cap is not the cap. The hard hat is supposed to be in this way, but I flipped it backward, so it became like a cap that is worn backwards. So he's like a cool guy now. And the baggages. So I'll give the passenger, the pilot, and the stewardess baggages for them to carry around. And as I was very curious with the box, I placed the pilot on the actual size thing, and they actually match, which I think is pretty cool. So the next build will be the ground vehicle, which includes the tug itself, the baggage carrier, and the stair truck, which personally I think it looks pretty good. Or some might even say like, then I proceeded with building the airport first and then the plane, because we always save the best for last. And let's be real, the plane is the main highlight of this build, at least for me. And honestly, I enjoyed building this set. I have no complaints about it except for two things. The first one is that the bags were not labeled properly, like the plastic bags. Some bags were labeled, and that's fine, but others were not labeled at all. And these caused me issues because I didn't know exactly where to find certain parts, and that caused quite a bit of trouble for me. And the second complaint will be that during the assembly of the plane, some parts require you to actually assemble them, like the back part of the plane, the tail. You do need to assemble those, and I'm not saying like assemble Lego wise. These are like assembling wise, which I guess I'll show you in this video right here. And one time I actually clipped my hand and started bleeding a bit, which you can actually see on my right hand, but all is good. And so yeah, there's like two parts that you need to assemble, one being the tail part and the other being the rudder, which you need to assemble it first before attaching it using the Lego connector parts to connect it with the other pieces. But those are all my complaints. Other than that, I enjoyed this build. It's pretty fun, and yeah, I really like this set. It's pretty cool. It's pretty fun. So here is everything fully assembled. So let's look at the plane first, and I'll be honest, it's big, like big. I completely underestimated how big this is supposed to be, and I know that the box mentions the size of the plane, and I glossed over that. So yeah, I totally underestimated the size of this thing. For the features, the fan blades do spin, except for the right one, which is kind of stiff because of how the connectors work. And the doors do open in a specific way, the Lego City Planes way, which I think is pretty cool. And as I mentioned earlier, you can also take the roof of the plane off and you can see the interiors, which again is cool for me, especially when I was a kid, because I don't think there were any widely like viral or popularized toys that had this feature. And it being Lego, so you can have the minifigures sit in it. So that's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 seats for the passengers. So you can just fill the plane out with all your minifigures inside. So that's the plane, which is really good looking and obviously the main star of the entire set. So now let's look at the ground vehicles, the tug, the baggage carrier, and the stairs. And you can attach these if you want with these connectors, you know, like the trains, like the Tomica trains. So here's the first truck, the tug itself, which I think has a very clever technique of building to create the patterns on the hood or the bonnet, like the striping. And the wheels do spin pretty freely, and you can also fit one minifigure inside, which I put the ground crew in there holding the glow sticks. Next we have the baggage carrier, and here you can fit the 3 pieces of baggage that came with the minifigures that I showcased early on in the video. And finally the stairs, which line up perfectly with the door of the aircraft. I didn't show it here, but you just have to trust me with that. And you can also reconnect them by, again, using the connectors like so. And if you want, you can also just attach the stairs alone. So yeah, I mean, in terms of playability, value for this set is, I think there's a lot of them, so which I think is pretty fun. Now let's move on to the tower, which I'll be honest, I'm also pretty impressed with. It comes with this chair that can turn around, so you can fit one minifigure inside easily, and the radar also moves, which I will show you in a bit. So let's just place the figure in here, and you can turn the chair around so the minifigure faces the outside. So now you can have the control tower person become the control person, ATC basically. And here's the radar moving as well. Again, I think the original designers did a really good job with the tower. And you can also do this if you want. Completely optional, and I just do it because I was just curious. So in terms of the building process, I enjoyed them, especially the terminal, the tower, and the plane. The most fun was actually the terminal and the tower because of how things just lock in, I guess, because it being Lego, and it's just intuitive how you build it, you know, with the moving parts and all, and the end result is pretty great, so there's that. so now let's move on to the terminal itself. And the main attraction for the terminal, I think, in my opinion, are the doors. I mean, not these ones specifically, these are the entrance and the exit. And I'll showcase a few spaces here. So here's the vending machine, which you can open, which unfortunately there are no sodas or like anything inside. And above it is a lounge, or like the viewing center, a place where you can spot planes, but this is like the opposite side if you think about it. And you can also move these lights however you like. I put them at these angle. And here you have another lounge with a coffee maker, which again is a nice detail. And also a ticket counter, which has a PC like the computer. And on the wall here you have the boards for arrivals and departures, which I think is a very cool detail. And this is the other side of the terminal, with the lights and the exit part right there. So yeah, I really do like the terminal, like the construction and the details that it has. And of course the main attraction is the turnstile door, the rotating door, which is a very nice detail. And you can also open the lid of the trash and place whatever you like inside. And the last piece of the airport is this thing right here, which I think is like a mini gas or air pump thing stuff. So yeah, so there's that. So overall, I had fun building this set, and it being my childhood, I don't want to say dream, that's like exaggerating a bit, like my childhood thing that I look forward to now that I have in hand is pretty fun. So yep, so that's all for today's video. It's a lot different than usual. It's not a flight simulator. I'm not flying any plane. In fact, I'm building stuff. So yeah, it's a lot different, but I enjoyed doing this, and I do hope that you guys have enjoyed watching me build this. You know, it's a time lapse. I might post a full-on video with no time lapse sometime soon in the future. If you guys want that, comment down below. So I think that's pretty much it. Like and subscribe, all those good stuff, and I will see you all